Hello, welcome to VAD Inspires. At this channel, I provide you with tips, tools, and strategies on how you can get the most out of your life and your business. If you are new, please consider subscribing. If you're already subscribed, check back every week for new content. Hello again. Today, we're going to talk about faith, or actually the lack of it, because I think in today's society, we have more lack of faith than faith, right? And this is in part with the series that I've been doing, which is called The Enemies to Doing Well. This is the part 4 or part 5 of this series. So if you haven't watched the previous series, I advise you, go back and watch them, because they will lead you to this one that we're going to talk about today. Now, if you're ready, let's get right to it. Today, we're going to talk about faith, right? So we feel hopeless or we feel despondent when we feel like there is nothing to hold on to, right? And often in today's society, people feel that way because they don't see that certainty in their life. They don't see that promise of something better forthcoming. But remember, nothing in life is guaranteed. Nothing in life is guaranteed. Even those things that seem very certain, they are not guaranteed. And when we understand this, we can start to understand that everything in life happens for us, not to us. Right? The way we think, the way we behave plays a major role in what happens. When we have this lack of faith within us, it's easy for someone to, attack us from the outside. It's easy for someone to poke on that vulnerability because we already are feeling despondent on the inside. Right? So we have to develop faith. How do we develop faith? We develop faith by going after the things that we don't know how to get there. Now you might be saying, wait, are you crazy? No, I'm not. This is how we develop absolute faith. The way you develop faith is by going after things that you don't know how you're going to get there. Because remember, faith is believing in the things that you cannot see. That you cannot see with the naked eyes, at least. That you can only see with the mind's eye. Gosh, when I think of lack of faith, I think of Robert Frost's poem, and this is an excerpt from that poem. He said, I saw two roads that diverged into the woods, and I took the road that is less traveled. Two roads in the woods, I took the road that is less traveled. Some people rather work for Walmart than go into business for themselves. Some people rather work 9 to 5 than actually go after what they want. Why? Because they don't see how they're gonna get there. So they lose by default to this enemy of lack of faith. Right? You know how you're gonna be at Walmart, right? So you have your schedule on your Walmart one. By the way, I'm being very specific here because I've actually worked for Walmart. Right? So you go to your Walmart one and you see your schedule there, and all you have to do is just clock in. And voila, $11 every hour. But actually going out to make sales, let's say you make 20% of every single sale that you make, you're scared. You're scared out of your mind. It scares the deal out of you because you don't actually know how you're going to get there, right? Selling is much more difficult than just punching in. But guess what? Selling is much more rewarding than just punching in. I'm just trying to, get you to understand this fact that, you don't have to necessarily work for yourself. But for you to create your own future, for you to, battle this enemy to lack of faith, You really have to go out and do something out of your comfort zone. Do something that you don't know how you're going to get there, and figure it out as you go. Because those two roads that diverge into the woods, one of them is narrow, filled with ups and downs. One of them is straight and very wide and looks easier. Many people go for that wider road. Why? Again, because they see how they're gonna get there. So that's why their life never change. Their life remains the same. They never understand and they never get that feeling of being on top, of figuring stuff out on your own. So working for Walmart is good for the short term, but you have to figure out what you're gonna do so that you can develop this faith and win this battle with this enemy of lack of faith. Because guess what? Successful people don't look for security, they look for opportunity. People who want to win look for opportunity. Everybody wants to win, but not everybody knows what it requires to win, or are willing to undertake what it requires to win. Who wants to go to heaven? Everybody. Who wants to die? Nobody. Who wants to be successful? Everybody. Who wants to go through hell? Nobody. Many people get stopped in their tracks by this lack of faith. Right? So we rather take the road to least resistance than take the road to greatness. So join me and hustle and motivate. Join me and create that path where there is no path. Join me, let us battle this enemy. Because we all suffer from this malady from time to time. But when we hustle and motivate, we can help each other achieve that long-term goal that we're shooting for, or that short-term goal, or that, specific habit we're trying to break, or that, breakthrough that we're looking for. So let's make the road for ourselves. It's going to be hard. It's not going to be easy, but it sure is worth it. Thank you, and stay inspired.